Hello everybody, welcome to the Geek's Handbag, coming to you from somewhere in the middle of nowhere. I hope you're all keeping well. So today I'm going to be taking a look at this, the new 13th Doctor TARDIS from Character. So, 13th Doctor's TARDIS, electronic TARDIS with light and sound effects, it says, with opening doors and takeoff and landing and light sound effects. Wow. Nice packaging, nice and clear, can see the product, the blue, silver and white design that we've got used to. On the side here, we've got a picture of the TARDIS. This looks so much like the Robert Harrott ones. Look at that. So yeah, that's pretty cool. It's a Robert Harrott figure in there. Right, turning it round, we've got quite a lot of stuff going on the back here. Basically, a nice bit of blurb about the TARDIS itself. So do pause now if you want to read all that. But for those of us who want to see the TARDIS, let's set it free from its packaging. And be warned, to do this you will need a screwdriver to hand, be it sonic or otherwise. Ta-da! So there it is, and actually it looks really nice in hand. I'm quite impressed with it actually. And just so you know, the box it comes in, so it's all sky as the backdrop, and then there is a reflection of the TARDIS at the bottom of it in the water there, so that's a nice little touch. But yeah, onto the TARDIS itself. So the 13th Doctor TARDIS, I think they've reused the first Doctor's TARDIS as the main sculpt for this. I think I'm right in saying that, because there wasn't enough money to actually do a brand new sculpt for Jodie's TARDIS, which is a shame because I think hers is a bit more boxy, it's a bit chunkier, and also it has the little rivets that are missing on this particular one. So yeah, there's a couple of inaccuracies. I think the windows are slightly bigger on Jodie's as well, but considering what they've got to work with, I think they've done a pretty good job on this one. So when Jodie's TARDIS was unveiled, there were a couple of things we noticed straight away which were a little bit different about it. The first one was that the pull to open sign, the handle had been moved to the left, so obviously this toy reflects that. Obviously the lamp on top was slightly different, and this one looks more like Jodie's. Also it had some rivets, sort of these strange markings around the top, all the way around the TARDIS. Now this toy doesn't have those, which is a shame because I would have thought they would have been easily able to do that even if they were using a previous sculpt. Anyway, it does look good. The only other thing that I would have probably changed slightly is the windows. I don't think the size is right on these, as I said. I think these are a little bit too small, but that's not too noticeable. But a lot of the time when we see Jodie's TARDIS on screen, they sort of have an orangey sort of look to them, because obviously I suppose it's supposed to reflect the inside of her TARDIS. Talking of the inside, this is a shame, and this again comes back to the sort of lack of budget really for this toy. It's just the battery compartment. There is no inner card or anything, and that's a real shame because we've got the sound effects back, we've got the lighting back, so it lights up and makes sound and everything, which is great. So it feels a bit more like a premium product, but then no back inside, just that ugly battery compartment, and obviously the speaker holes on the back. So I feel that's a bit of a missed opportunity that could have easily been rectified. So I have the 12th Doctor's TARDIS toy that came out a few years ago. I've always really liked this one, so just for a bit of comparison, and strangely I think the sort of chunkiness of this looks a little bit more like Jodie's than this one actually does now I put them side by side. But the reason I got this out was really to show the difference. So when you open up the 12th Doctor's TARDIS, you can see in there we had a backdrop of the console, and it just makes for such a difference really, and it's such an easy little thing that they could have done. But hey, I guess I'll just have to get over that. But looking at them side by side, yeah, this one just feels a bit more solid. I mean, you could easily print off your own backing and put it inside there if you wanted to, but I just don't really feel like you should have to. Also, another thing that I've only just noticed is that the pull to open sign and police public call box are just stickers, they're not painted on. In fact, this one's a little bit wonky, so that also makes it feel just a little bit cheap. So one thing I am really pleased about is that this does have light and sound effect features. So let's get our AAA batteries in and see what they're like. So batteries in, you just flick the switch at the bottom to turn it on, and yes, quite nice. Yeah, it's good. I have to say the sound's quite clear. It's not distorted, which is good, and the light flashes. I like it when it continues to flash after the TARDIS has landed. So yeah, the sound is actually pretty good on it. Let's see, does it do the takeoff, I assume? Yeah. Nice. Goes on for quite a while. I do love that sound effect. Oh, it's gorgeous. Yeah, it's really nice and clear actually. I'm quite impressed with that, and the light's nice and bright as well. So despite a couple of little inaccuracies, I must admit I do really like this TARDIS. I do, however, think it's a little overpriced at £24.99, especially as it doesn't have that inlay card. But I think the light and sound effects just about make up for it. Plus, we got some new figures being released to go with it. So we've got two variants of the 13th Doctor on the way, along with a figure of Graham and a Jadoon, and I believe that Yaz and Ryan are going to join the collection later in the year. So things are looking good, but for now it's just nice that the 13th Doctor has finally got her TARDIS. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do comment below and let me know your thoughts on this new TARDIS. But for now, that's it for me. So in the meantime, do check out the Geeks Handbag on all the socials, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. And don't forget, I also do a weekly .2 podcast with Gary that goes out every Friday called the Big Blue Box Podcast. So do give that a listen. But until the next time, guys, take care of yourselves. Bye bye.